Hello students, if you are planning to opt for B.Sc. LLB honors course, then this video will be helpful for you because you will be knowing what all subjects you are going to study in this duration of 5 years. Now, there are limited number of colleges or universities or law schools which are providing B.Sc. LLB course, first of all. Right? We often hear about BBA LLB, BA LLB, BCom LLB. But then what is it that you are going to study in B.Sc. LLB? Are you going to study physics, chemistry, or what it is? So let's look at this syllabus. Now, the syllabus might slightly vary from university to university or from colleges to colleges. You need to approach your concerned college or your concerned university to know what all subjects you will be studying in that specific university which you are targeting. Now, this one that I'm sharing, this is from West Bengal National Law University, and this is what is taught in B.Sc. LLB honors course, which is a 5 years course, and you get admission there by appearing for CLAT. Now, this is the course structure, B.Sc. LLB on Criminal Justice and Forensic Science, Criminology or Forensic Science. So let's look at it. There is like an introduction on the program outcome. What is it that you can expect out of this course? Then there are certain objectives, and this is course outline. Everything is given year-wise and then semester-wise. Every year will have 2 semesters. In first semester, you are going to study legal methods, which is a common subject. Nowadays, it's becoming even more common for most of the universities, even though it's like a pretty new subject. Earlier times, this subject was not added, but rather parts of it was studied in jurisprudence and somewhere here and there, maybe interpretation of statutes or maybe research methodology like that. So combining all these subjects, an introductory subject is given in the first semester itself, which is legal methods. A lot of students do find this subject tough because there are less materials available as it's a new subject. So I have made a dedicated playlist also for that. You can check that also on my channel. There is a playlist, complete playlist for legal methods. Most of the topics I have tried to cover. And also I'm like adding new topics as well whenever I get time. Apart from legal methods, we will also study law of torts. Again, one of the very common subjects for most of the universities. In first semester, you study this as well. Then you are also going to study legal history of India. Some of you might question me why we are studying legal history. It's not B.L.L.B course. But then legal history is very much important because we also study the uh, sort of legal system that used to prevail in earlier times, like the history or evolution of the legal system that we presently have. And that's why it's very important whether you are studying B.Sc. LLB, BCom LLB, knowing the history of our legal system, it's very important, and that's why this subject is also added. Apart from that, English one, which is again common, right, across whatever uh, LLB you are doing. Then introduction to forensic science and introduction to crime and criminology. Crime and criminology also sometimes you study in B.L.L.B, BCom LLB also, but this is like a new thing that you will study. Very interesting subject. A lot of students do have interest in this also. So if you are also someone having interest in it, you can also consider going for B.Sc. LLB. This is all that you will study for first semester, 6 subjects altogether. Talking about second semester, you have general contract, law of crimes, paper 1, Indian Penal Code, then English 2, family law 1 as in Hindu law, cyber law and cyber crimes, again very interesting subject. Introduction to science and technology. This is also something that you are studying because you have opted for B.Sc. LLB course. In the second semester, first is like in the second year, first is your third semester, you will study Constitution of India Part 1. Some universities, constitution is like entirely one subject. For you, some universities, they divide it into two parts, which is a good thing. You study everything in depth and in detail. Then you will also study CRPC. You already studied criminal law 1. This is criminal law 2, CRPC. Family law 2 or Muslim law, special contracts, like the second part of Indian Contract Act, right? Special types of contracts, agency, bailment, guarantee, all of that pledge you are going to study here. Sometimes universities also include specific relief act, sale of goods act, partnership act also. So that would again depend on the university. Fundamentals of questioned documents, forensic chemistry, again part of B.Sc. course. Fourth semester, you will study Constitution 2, the remaining part of Constitution, interpretation of statutes, again something which students feel like why this subject even exists. For this also, you will see a playlist. I have covered most, like almost everything for interpretation of statutes. Also, you will see a playlist as well if you are looking for those videos. Then transfer of property law, again tough subject, covered in a playlist. You can check that as well on my channel. Administrative law, forensic anthropology, forensic medicine and toxicology. So these are the subjects for fourth semester. Fifth semester, you have jurisprudence, evidence, company law, labor and industrial law 1. Again, you will be having part 2 as well for it. Ballistics, digital and cyber forensics. Fourth semester, corporate crime or fraud. Very interesting. Labor and industrial law part 2, the remaining part you are studying here. Law of transfer of property and easement. Human rights law, CPC, as well as Limitation Act. Both these are added as one subject for most of the universities, forensic biology and serology. In the seventh semester, you will study IP, intellectual property law, IPL, clinic, drafting, pleading, and conveyance. Again, something which is added for most of the universities, probation and parole, victimology, and then elective papers are there 1 and 2. For eighth semester, enforcement of intellectual properties, then ADR, alternative dispute resolution, principles of taxation law, public international law, and then there are 2 elective papers, paper 3 and 4. In the ninth semester, enforcement of environmental law, IT offenses, and then there are 4 electives, 5, 6, 7, and 8. In 10th semester, you have clinical papers, professional ethics and professional accounting system. For most of the universities, professional ethics is given at the last semester so that you know all the, and you remember all the ethical practices that you need to know being a practicing advocate, and professional accounting system. Then you also have trial advocacy, moot court exercise, and internship. Field work research paper. Even though internship is just added in your 10th semester, it does not matter that you will wait for like the last year or the last semester to start doing internships. That is like a part of your entire course. As many internships as you can do, that is good for you because you will know the practices or the kind of environment that exists in different fields uh, that will be open for you once you complete your LLB. So it's very important that you do as many internships, as many good internships, I would say rather, as you can, and also try to go for various fields. If you have not already decided that, okay, I want to become a magistrate, I want to become I want to do practice, if you have not yet decided, you can try exploring different fields because internships will give you like a fair idea on what it would be like working in a certain organization, department, or I would rather say in a certain field. So you can do that also. So these are the subjects that you get, and here you have this elective papers options are given. Whatever you want, you can opt for that. So these options also you get. So this is just to give you a rough idea on what all subjects you might be studying being a student of B.Sc. LLB course. But then it might vary depending on universities, and also even though I'm referring to West Bengal National Law University, there is a possibility that they also might make changes in their structure. So there may be slight variations here and there. Always try to get the updated syllabus from your university, from your concerned teacher, so that you do not miss out on anything, so that it does not turn out that you were referring to some old or previous syllabus. So that's all for today's video. I just wanted to give you a rough idea on the subject list, and there are few more videos also wherein I have shared the detailed syllabus for some of the subjects like legal methods and all. You can check that out as well if you want to know what all topics you will be studying being a student of B.Sc. LLB course in West Bengal National Law University. So that's all for today's video. Bye bye everyone.